Welcome to 7th grade math. Measurement. At the end of gym class, Mrs. Dalton has the students run around the perimeter of the gym. If the students run around the gym 5 times, how far would they run? 2,180 feet. Explain how you can use both multiplication and addition to find the distance. So we can multiply 107 times 2 and 111 times 2. Add the two together to get the distance one time around the gym. Multiply the sum distance once around the gym times 5 to get the distance of 5 laps around the gym. Perimeter, the distance around a geometric figure. So we have a figure and we have the sides, the length of the sides. Find the perimeter of the rectangle to the left. 16 centimeters. How did you find the perimeter? By adding up all the sides. 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. Find the perimeter of the rectangle to the left. 18 inches. How did you find the perimeter? By multiplying each known length by 2, then adding the product. So 2 times 7 plus 2 times 2 equals 18 inches. So the perimeter equals 12 centimeters, and we have 5 centimeters. Figure out the length of W. It's 1 centimeter. Perimeter, the distance around a geometric figure, similar to a fence around a yard. Perimeter of a rectangle, words. The perimeter P of a rectangle is twice the sum of the length and width. So P equals L plus W plus W. P equals perimeter, L equals length, W equals width. You'd also say perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. Model, length times width, or length and width. Find the perimeter of a rectangle. So there's a rectangle with 4 centimeters by 15 centimeters. So the perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. Replace L with 15 and W with 4. So we get 2 times 15 plus 2 times 4. Multiply, we get perimeter equals 30 plus 8, and perimeter equals 38. The perimeter is 38 centimeters. Find the perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 14.5 inches and width is 12.5 inches. So perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. Replace length with 14.5 and width with 12.5. So multiply, we get 29 plus 25. And then if we add them together, we get 54. So the perimeter is 54 inches. Scaffolding questions. How many right angles does a rectangle have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many pairs of parallel lines does a rectangle have? There's 1. There's 2. So 2. How many pairs of congruent sides does a rectangle have? 2. Is a square a rectangle? Yes, it is. Explain. Square has 4 right angles, 2 pairs of parallel sides, and 2 pairs of congruent sides. Elon is designing a rectangular garden. He wants the width to be 8 feet. He also wants to put fence around the garden. If he has 40 feet of fencing, what is the greatest length the garden can be? So we know 2 sides, right? 8 foot. they say it's one width, but if the other width is the same, so we know 2 sets of 8. So we know that perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. Replace perimeter with 40 and width with 8. And then if we multiply, 40 equals 2 times length plus 16. Then we'll subtract 16 from each side, which will give us 24 equals 2 times length. And now we'll divide 2 from each side. And if we simplify, 12 equals length. The greatest length the garden can be is 12 feet. Angela bought a frame for a photo of her friends. The width of the frame is 8 inches. If the distance around the frame is 36 inches, what is the length of the frame? So the perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. We're going to replace P or perimeter with 36 and W or width with 8. So we get 36 equals 2 times length plus 2 times 8. We multiply, we get 36 equals 2 times length plus 16. We'll subtract 16 from each side. And that gives us 20 equals 2 times length. Divide each side by 2. And we get 10 equals the length. So the greatest length the frame can be is 10 inches. Perimeter, the distance around the rectangle. So that is the exterior of a rectangle. In the area, the measure of the surface enclosed by a rectangle. And you can think of the area as similar to the grass area or surface of a yard. Remember, the perimeter is similar to the fence of the yard. Area of a rectangle. In words, the area of a rectangle is the product of the length L and the width W. So in symbols, we would say A equals L times W, or area equals length times width. And the model is L and W with a rectangle. Area is the space inside. Study tip: area units. When finding the area, the units are multiplied. So area is given in square units. Consider a rectangle that's 2 feet by 3 feet. Remember, area equals length times width. So the area of this rectangle equals 2 feet times 3 feet. Or we have area equals 2 times 3 and times feet, and area equals 6 feet squared. Find the area of a rectangle. Find the area of the top of the wooden train table shown at right. Area of a rectangle, area equals length times width. So we're going to replace the L with 49 and the W with 35. We get area equals 49 times 35. We multiply, area equals 1,715. The area is 1,715 square inches. And we can write it as area equals 1,715 inches squared plus square inches. Video games. Find the perimeter and area of the top of a video game that measures 18 inches long and 15 inches wide. The perimeter of a rectangle. Perimeter equals 2L plus 2W. So we're going to replace L with 18 and W with 15. So we get perimeter equals 2 times 18 plus 2 times 15. We multiply that out. The perimeter equals 36 plus 30. And simplify, perimeter equals 66 inches. The area of a rectangle is 59.94 square feet. If the width is 8.7 feet, find the length. Substitute, then solve. Write the equation. Area equals length times width. Replace A with 53.94 and W with 8.7. So 53.94 is the area, equals 8.7 times L, or 8.7 L. Divide both sides by 8.7. So if we divide those and we simplify, we'll get 6.2 equals the length. Method 2, we could solve then substitute. So write the equation. Area equals length times width. Divide each side by W. And if we simplify that, we get A over W equals L. And then we can substitute in 53.94 for the area and 8.7 for W. Those equal L. And if we simplify that, 6.2 equals L. Use area to find a missing side. What is the width of a rectangle that has an area of 135 square meters and a length of 9 meters? So we can substitute, then solve. This is the way I would do it. We get replace A with 135 and L with 9. So we get 135 equals 9W. Divide both sides by 9. That gets W alone, so we know that the width is 15. Now, if you want to do it the other way, where you solve then substitute, all that means is you know you're looking for W, so we'll get it by itself first. Or so we divide by L, or length. Simplify. A over L equals W. Now we'll substitute 53.94 or 135 for area and 9 for length equals W. And if we simplify, that's 15 equals W. Find the perimeter of a rectangle. We have a rectangle right there, 18 feet by 2 feet. We know the perimeter equals 2 times length plus 2 times width. So if we substitute in 18 for length and 2 for width, and then we multiply, we get area, perimeter equals 36 plus 4. So its perimeter is 40 square feet. Number 2, a picture has a perimeter of 68 inches. If the width of the painting is, or the picture is 13 inches, what is the length? So we know that perimeter equals length plus width plus width. So if we put in 68 equals length plus 13 plus 13, and then we add the 13s up, we get 68 equals 2L plus 26. And then we subtract 26 from each side so that we get L closer to by itself. We get 42 equals 2L. Then if we divide both sides by 2, we get 21 equals L, or length. Find the area of the surface of the reservoir shown in the picture. So they have the sides of the length of 2 sides. And we have area equals length times width. So we'll put in 4 for length and 0.625 for width. And if we multiply those together, we get 2.5 square miles. A rectangle has an area of 34.2 square meters. If the length is 11.2 meters, find the width. So we'll start with what we do know for everything, and that's the formula. Area equals length times width. So if we put in 34.2 square meters for the area and 11.2 meters for the length, we have 34.2 equals 11.2 W. And if we divide both sides by 11.2 to get the W all by itself, we get 3.05 meters equals the width. Here is your homework assignment. Head on over to Google Classrooms to submit it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.